Look, I'm scraping YouTube ideas, TikTok ideas, tweet ideas, all automated with likes, views, and dates, so you have a bank of viral recent ideas. You can get better ideas from a lot of different platforms so you can grow on social media faster. I promise to show you in this video how to set this up from scratch for free. Yes, you don't need to pay a single dollar and you don't need any automation experience. Anybody can do this. We're going to do this in 3 steps so you can get thousands of viral content ideas for your specific niche. To make it even better, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a secret link to copy all my pages and automations in one click. But watch this video first so you know how it works and to customize it for you. So let's begin. First, let me show you how this works. We're using 3 different softwares that uses first Apify to scrape all these different social media, and then we store it on Airtable that looks like this. Today, we're gonna scrape tweets, TikToks, and YouTube videos all in 3 different automations, but it's super simple. You can scrape more platforms that I'll show you in a second. Make is the platform that automates all of this. And because they've sponsored this video, I have a special link down below that gives you the pro plan for free for 1 month. Make is a free forever platform, but you might as well get the best plan now so you can follow along with this tutorial. Now, let me show you step by step how to set up this viral idea automation. Step number 1, go to apify.com because this is where we'll find the reliable web scrapers. As you can see, if we go into product and we go to the Apify store, there are hundreds of scrapers that we can use freely to not only scrape YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok, but even Facebook, Instagram, and all other sorts of platforms. In the document I'll give you links to all the scrapers. So if you want to follow along, go in the link in the description and just open these links. Now that you're on the inside, you see the TikTok data extractor, tweet scraper, and the YouTube scraper, and all you need to do is to play a little bit around with these settings. If you want to copy my settings, you can see from the TikTok data extractor, I have names that are in the AI space that I like. I want to scrape profile videos from the last X days where I put 30. Alternatively, you could add a keyword, video URLs, or download the TikTok videos even. So put the usernames that you want, put the number of videos that you want and the last days that you want to scrape, and then go to the tweet scraper where I also have start URLs. Here I have Emery Flo, Heybar C, and Rowan Chung, all excellent Twitter creators. Here you can select more on the tweets that you want to scrape. So let's do 10 for this example. You have the option to sort by latest or top, filter tweets by different variables, query wizard that helps you do all these custom things, but so far it's pretty simple to set up. Then we go to the YouTube scraper that is a little bit of a different scraper that does YouTube search. You could also do direct URLs. You could scrape the subtitles and filtering and all these different things, but all I need is these 3 search terms. We could obviously do a lot more if you want to do more in-depth keyword research. The maximum search results that we want, so just 10. I don't want any shorts or streams, so I'll keep that on 0. So we can extract and download channel name, likes, and number of views. And that goes for all these scrapers that we set up. So if you've done all that, all you need to do now is to create a task. This is because it's helpful for the next step. So just click on create task, give it a name. I already did this, so I'll show you mine by clicking on the save task to the left. And as you can see, I have just a task name here that makes it easier for me to do in the later steps. I also recommend that you start them and see that they run. So let's do that for the TikTok. You can see that it starts running, and you can also see that the memory here will go to about half, 4 out of 8 gigabytes. And this is only using the free usage. You can crawl and scrape a lot of videos before you use those $5. I don't think I've reached the $5 limit before, and I've scraped a lot. And you can see here in the output setting that you have all of these TikTok videos that have been scraped, and this is how you know it's successful. I think we got an error, but as long as it runs and as long as you get anything in the output here, yeah, here we go again, you know that you've done it correctly. So now you know how to set up all these different scrapers for different social media. Of course, you can add many different other ones. If you're just going to social media essentials, you literally have LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. And if you want me to add more to this automation, comment down below, add more platforms, because that shows me that you want me to make more videos like this. But now let's step into step number 2, set up the Airtable. So as you can see, Airtable is basically just a Excel or Google Sheets clone. And we have these ideas here with all the views and likes and even the date that they were created, like a couple of days ago for this one. So the way that you set this up is go down to my document. I have a invite link here that you can just clone by clicking this arrow in the top, just clicking on this little 3 dots and then just duplicate the base. That allows you to edit it yourself. Once that is completed, I'm just gonna delete all of these ideas, delete these ideas and the TikTok ideas as well, so it's completely clean. It's really that simple, and you might see in the top here that I have different fields that I want to input. There could be more information that you want to have that the web scraper is actually scraping. So to add that, you can always go on the plus and add a field, then add a single line text is mostly the one that you will use for this. You could also add a number that is great for likes and views, but that is simply how to set up the Airtable. In addition, if you really want to build this out further, you could obviously make a table called Facebook and another one called Instagram, so you can get even more ideas. But if you manage to set this all up right now, that's really good. All we have left is step number 3, set up the make automations. This is really easy to do. There is not a lot of moving parts, but as you can see, we have 3 different ones, and I'll show you actually an optional thing you can do to add Slack to this. So if you just send a message to it, it will start this entire automation. It could even be WhatsApp or Telegram to trigger that event as well, just to teach you a little bit of different variations of how to do it. But we'll start with the simplest one. So this is tweet ideas. Again, you have the free document down below. You don't have to sign up your email or anything, where I give you this blueprint.json file. So all you need to do, click, download, and then go to the more button, click on import, choose the file blueprint.json, and it was imported and it looks exactly like mine. Because you have this document, it becomes stupidly simple. All you need to do is add a webhook. So here, you would just click on add, then you need to make a connection with Apify. It's really simple, just go through a couple steps, and then you need to find the saved task. I have 3 saved tasks that I showed you how to do earlier. This is the first, Nat Rachel Justin. This is from TikTok. Tweet, MRE Flow, Heybar C. This is the tweet scraper. And you can see I have the YouTube scrapers down here as well. So all I need to do is to click on the Twitter one. I'll name it something like this. Click on save and click on OK. Now we need to get dataset items. So you can see here that the dataset ID is in here, but the better way to do this is to go down and find the default dataset idea in the bottom. Just like that, all the other things can stay the same, and we click on OK. Now we go to the Airtable, and if you haven't set this up yet, you need to make a connection. You select the base, which is Project Rain v1.4 or whatever you name it. In the table, we'll obviously put tweet ideas, but you can see the other tables that show up as well. Record ID, we can keep completely clean. And then these are all the columns that we'll be filling out, like text, Twitter URL, like count, and so forth. Let me just show you as an example how we would find the views. Since I've run this once before, you can see that all of this shows up. And if I want to find the view count, it is right here, the view count. So I'll just click on that and Bob's your uncle. Now I'll just click on OK and we're ready to make it run. And how this works is that we'll actually watch for a task run. So I have to run this automation and this will loop forever unless you actually run this task. So we'll go back to the tweet scraper, and it's important you go into your own saved task, find the tweet task and click right on this headline. Don't click on this headline. And now all we have to do is click on start. But you can get a lot more items. And something I didn't mention is you can obviously add a lot more URLs here to get a lot more tweets if you want that. But let's actually click on start actor here. Now it's running and you'll see the memory here in the bottom left hand corner will start going as well. Here we got a success, and now if we go back to the tweet ideas, you'll see it will update automatically. We got 5 updates, and if we go back to idea rain, you see we got this 5 in our tweet ideas. So that was pretty simple, right? Let's jump to the TikTok ideas, and this time I'll actually start completely from scratch in case there's something that I messed up and you aren't able to import this blueprint. To do that, we'll just create a new scenario. I'll click on the plus icon and click on Apify. Again, we're looking for task runs and not actor runs. So we'll click on this one. I'll choose a webhook here. I have this TikTok task saved, but if again, you need to add it by clicking add, finding the TikTok tasks that we saved before, which would be this one, and then save that connection, then click on OK. Next, we'll add a new module, again, Apify, then get dataset items. Here, we're looking for the dataset ID, so we'll just go down, default dataset ID, OK, add another module, and go to the Airtable where we want to create a record. We'll find the idea rain, the table called TikTok ideas. Now we'll fill out all the different variables that we get from the dataset items, and this might be where you are stuck. So let's click on OK and then actually run it once. Again, I just started it and now we're waiting for a task run. We'll go back to the TikTok data, go to save tasks, click on this and start the task. Now it will start running, and as it keeps going, we'll also see this in the make.com automation. As you can see, we got the automation working and now it's updating just like that. And I'll show you in real time, it actually get updated right here as well. Or actually, that was the reason we wanted to run it, was so now when you click on this, you'll actually be able to get all the dataset items. So you can find the URL, which is web URL, user, you can use the nickname, created time, we find the created time. We'll go down to likes as well, which is called dig count. Views is play count. Text is right in the top here. Duration in seconds. We have to go a little bit down. There we go. And just like that, we filled out all the different information. And if we run it again, go to Apify and start the task, it should work completely fine. And the reason we're doing it like this is because it becomes free. If you actually want to trigger it with, for example, a Slack automation or a Telegram automation, some actors inside of Apify needs you to have a pro plan to be able to activate it through an API. So if you want to pay $49 a month, which I think is definitely worth it, you could add a trigger and add all of these at the same location, or I mean the same make automation by using a router. If you really want me to do that, comment down below as well. I just envision most of you want to do it for free. But now you can see that it actually has run. If we go to Idea Rain, you'll see all of these scraped TikTok videos here, including the views like this one. Justin got 215,000 views a few days ago, which is really awesome. You can go to the URL easily and watch the video, get some inspiration yourself. But what about the last YouTube ideas one, and how can you set up this trigger? Well, let me show you that right now. This time I'll create a new scenario and I will import the blueprint just like this. You see that the first one is Slack webhook. So here I have created a trigger channel inside of my Slack. Mike said that John Cena just followed us on Twitter. Either way, I've created a channel here that is called Trigger-YouTube. And this is really easy to do. Just click on add, click on event type, do a new channel message, add a connection to Slack. And again, this will be the same in WhatsApp. Here you have all the different trigger channels. So I'll do the Trigger-YouTube and click on save, click on OK. Then we get it to run a task. Again, I've gone through how to add a task. It's basically the same as we've done before. You just click on OK. Then we get the dataset items here. Choose the default dataset ID and Airtable. We update the table with all of these different things. It looks like we have maybe some blanks here, but we'll see when we start the trigger. All I need to do is save this automation, then go to Slack, then write trigger, or you can write anything really. And just like that, you see YouTube get beautifully updated with all the keywords that we put in. You can see here the search keywords that we're doing, like ChatGPT, AI video generator, AI tools, etc. And this is all based on the settings that we had in the scraper before. So get access to this document by clicking the link in the description. And I am starting a private community. I just have a wait list for now. So if you want to get updated when that launches, where I will get you tech support in implementing these AI automations, as well as join make.com, now the amazing sponsor of this video, to get your 1 month free pro plan in the link in the description as well. AI automation is truly the next level, so do it with Make. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.